welcome to your pick a card reading for October 2020. This is a pick a card reading with messages about your love life, your destiny, your career, and anything else that we can see that's coming in. I've got 3 piles of cards. We've got number 1, number 2 and number 3. It's a mixture of shadow cards, tarot cards, romance angel oracle cards and a couple of other wild cards thrown in just for fun. So see which one you're drawn to, number 1, number 2, number 3. I will put timestamps in the description box so you can scooch straight to your message, and I'll see you on the other side. Namaste. Hello lovely number ones. Okay, I haven't seen these actually because I choose them without looking at what they are. So, ooh, okay, very nice. Ooh, that's interesting. Wowzers. There's a lot in your reading here about watching and waiting. Now, when I say watching and waiting, I never mean waiting in... Thanks, Laurie. I never mean waiting in desperation, because waiting in desperation is obviously fear. And I think when you fear things, you can manifest the things that you fear. There's a lot here, number 1, about your ability to draw in the things that you want in October. Now, we do have 2 full moons. We have one at the beginning, which is in Aries on the 1st, which is quite a powerful, fiery full moon. Oh, you got such good cards. And then we also have one at the end, which is on Halloween. And I do believe that's in Taurus, which is interesting. And that's on Halloween, the 31st. And in between that, we've got a new moon in Libra. So we've got Mercury going retrograde on the 14th. So we've got a lot of kind of energy like this going on. Now for you, there is something that you want, okay? And you've got, I have to say, stonkingly good cards, okay? The El Goliath Tarot, which is the shadow card, says yes. Simple, why yes? It's a 3-letter word, yes. Now, the reason this is a shadow card for you is that, where's my hot water bottle gone? I've got my Sloth hot water bottle. The reason yes is a shadow card for you is because there are times, I think, when you've doubted that what you're wanting can come, or that you deserve it, or that you can have it. And sometimes we can be doing all the affirmations we like. We're doing whatever we're doing, Louise Hay, the mirror work, or whatever, you know, I believe this and I am that, and I'm journaling and I'm, you know, and it's all looking good on paper. But there's a part of you very deep within which needs to be on board. And it's something I think you can't just force. It's something that you need to feel your way into. Okay, and what October seems to be saying, this is really nice, is a big fat yes, you can have it, okay? Now for some of you, this is a relationship. There's quite a lot of relationship cards and we'll have a look at those in a sec. And there is also cards about what you believe, your spiritual principles, the people you decide to have in your life. And I would say in terms, there's a big slab of destiny going on here. Destiny is playing a big part in your relationships, in your spiritual beliefs, in your spiritual life, whatever that is. And this might also, just for 1 or 2 of you, spill over into what you're doing for a living, okay? And expanding the idea of that. This is a lot to do with expansion. So I would say it would have a lot to do with Jupiter. And I don't know why, but I'm thinking Jupiter in Capricorn, which is the 2 of Pentacles. That's not a card you've got on the table, but I don't always work with the cards that are on the table. If you watch my daily tarots, you will know that sometimes I work with the card that isn't there. The card that isn't there for you is the 2 of Pentacles. The universe is calling on you to do a Jupiter, to expand, okay? Philosophy, all those Sagittarian principles of mutability and freedom, keeping an open mind, okay? This is your Romance Angel Oracle card. Keep an open mind. Your soulmates may differ from your usual type and expectations, but also for some of you that are already in a relationship or in a situation, or there's some kind of connection with someone already, do you truly believe it can progress? Do you truly believe that you deserve the love that is written on your heart? Okay, that must be just for one person. That's interesting. Because the universe says yes, but it's that catch-22. Yes, but you have to believe. But you can't just believe so that you can get it. You know, some of us do that when we're manifesting, particularly when we're first starting manifesting. If we're consciously creating, we're like, you know, I'm going to tell myself it's going to happen because if I believe it, it will come. Okay. It's the energy of, you know, when they say you've got to already be living that life, you know, and they tell you in manifesting terms to sort of imagine that you're already there. And you feel like an idiot when you're trying to do this and you're imagining your amazing, you know, whatever it is, $100,000 or a lover, or, you know, and you're like, this isn't really happening, but I've got to imagine it's happening. This isn't really happening. And you get into a whole fight with yourself. Okay. Try and let go of that fight, because if you can find a resting place in October in between all this volatile sandwiched between these two full moons, magic happens. Okay. You get the resting tree, patience and stillness. And the resting tree is where you literally do nothing. And this is going to seem weird. So if you're into doing loads and loads of manifesting and loads of affirmations and loads of journaling, and it's feeling like work, October is the month where you sit back and you accept the yes. Okay. Let's have a look at some of your tarot cards. Do check out your October reading for your star sign, by the way. The link is in the description box for those. And they're pretty hot. They're pretty volatile. They're pretty drama. They're pretty full on. Okay, so yeah, don't miss that. Okay, you got two major arcana that I'm really pleased to see. We've got the Hierophant and we've got the Empress. Now the Hierophant, this is Chiron, the wounded healer, but he's also the spiritual guru. This is your spiritual beliefs, and the Empress is how you bear them out, okay? How you give birth to your spiritual beliefs, how you gestate, how you grow what you want to happen, your ideal partner, your ideal person, your ideal job, your ideal whatever it is. Now you also have, to be number one. I mean, number one is a corkingly good reading, the Two of Cups. Venus in Cancer. Now Venus was recently in Cancer about 2 or 3 weeks ago, so it may go back to about a month ago for you. I think it was about beginning of August, 7th of August, I think Venus went into Cancer. Two of Cups is a beautiful, fair exchange, is no robbery relationship. Okay, two people exchange cups, it's love. Yes, it can be yours. Yes, you can have love. That's the yes. Yes, yes, yes. If you climb into the yes and live the yes, okay? I know this sounds really weird, but I know that you're probably getting this. This can also be, with the Two of Cups, a partnership for employment, a friendship, any kind of loving relationship, okay? Particularly if you're trying to manifest your soulmate, this is amazing. We have the El Goliath shadow card of the Starseed. This is telling me that you have all the magic that you need. You have all the skills that you need. And that there is just a part of you that doubts yourself. And what I would say this month is, if you can, and you have a spiritual tribe, whether that's people on YouTube, people in real life. I mean, you know, things are a bit weird at the moment, so it could be online people, it could be face-to-face. I don't know what's going on in your particular area with rules and restrictions, but make connections. Even if this is connections with books, with research, however you discover that knowledge, that starseed knowledge, it will be available to you in October. Books will just drop off the shelf, or things will pop up on your YouTube feed. This might have been one of them. The information will find you. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear, okay? because that Hierophant is people who are going to help you. And then we have the friendship card, the angel card of friendship. Call upon your spiritual friends. Spiritual friends can be books, videos, people, family, whatever it is, okay? Now, just a word of warning. 7 of Cups. When you're in this very starseed energy, when you're in, and you are in really kind of sparkly, manifesty energy, okay? Which, as a Pisces, I love that energy. But when you get in that energy, you can go off on a bit of a flight of fantasy. So just, if you find yourself going, particularly if you're going heavy on things like affirmations, but you're not stepping into belief, they're not actually feeling like they belong in your body, just be careful that you're not reaching, okay? That you're not reaching for something, because you don't need to. It's going to be handed to you. The energy of the resting tree, okay? This is a gorgeous reading for you. I really like this. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles is what comes in place of the 7 of Cups. Some of this for you will involve a bit of work. Now, I don't mean work in terms of hard slog and hard labour and all that stuff. I mean work in terms of being disciplined, having a disciplined mental diet, not allowing negativity as far as you can to come into your mind too often. Because when you're in a beautiful, what I would call manifesting shelf like this, when you're in this kind of bubble of loveliness and the universe is kind of channeling into you, you don't want to be channeling the wrong thing, because you have a lot of power with that starseed card, and you could channel negativity, okay? What you need to work on principally is stepping into the yes, knowing it can be yours rather than even believing, because believing implies a lack of belief or a belief. Knowing and finding where your knowing is, okay? Number 1, you've got a gorgeous reading. Do check out your October reading. That will be in the description box. And do like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you soon. Namaste. Hi, number 2. Let's have a look at your cards. Oh, wow, that's nice. I was just saying to number 1, actually, I don't look at these before I do them. Wow. Okay, they're nice. Yeah, I don't look at these before I set them out. It's just the way I choose, really. Oh my God, this is lovely. Do check out as well your October star sign reading. Those will be in the description box below. They're pretty good. They're pretty dramatic this month, actually. Lots happening with Mercury retrograde and the 2 full moons. Okay. Number 2. Right. Do you remember we definitely check out your October reading for whatever star sign you are, because it's going to be relevant. Okay. Particularly, yeah, there's about 3 that I can think of. Mercury retrograde's playing a big part for you in October. And I've got a couple of different messages. But one of the messages is somebody that you have been thinking of. It could be an ex. I mean, it's Mercury retrograde, and I know it's a bit of a cliche, you know, all the exes are coming out of the cupboard and all that stuff. And for you, it might be a bit more complicated than that, but there are 2 cards together here, okay? I'm going to start with the tarot cards. We get the 6 of Cups, and you can see here is Psyche sitting in her nightie on... Oh my God, that rhymes. Here is Psyche sitting in her nightie on a wet rock. Let's not carry on rhyming, okay? I'm sorry, let me just compose myself. Number 2. Jesus. Didn't know it was going to turn out to be that kind of reading. Right, 6 of Cups, a card of remembrance, nostalgia, thinking of somebody, looking back, childhood sweethearts, exes, all that stuff. Okay, so as a tarot reader, sorry, I've got a really itchy nose, which also means I'm onto something. If you watch my dailies, you will know that's a sign. Not a very pretty sign, but a sign. 6 of Cups it's not enough in itself for me to say as a tarot reader, the exes are coming rushing back in, okay? Personally, I'm looking out for a couple of things. One, is Mercury going to go retrograde? Yes, 14th of October, all right, tick. 2, have we got the Judgment card? Yes. That is like the major arcana equivalent to me of the 6 of Cups. We've got the 3 sarcophagi at the bottom, past, present and future, okay? And someone is standing here in between these sarcophagi and making a decision or thinking past, present, future. Past, present and future are coming together for you in October in quite a spectacular way. Now, for some of you, there is a difference between the new and the old, okay? So let's say, for some of you, there is a new love interest of some kind. I don't know if it's a person. Of course, it could be a thing, a hobby. I don't know. For some of you, it's a person. I do know that, actually, so I'm going to say it. It's a person. We have new love. Okay, so this is a new kind of love. For some of you, you're either interested in somebody or they're interested in you, or there's just the stirrings. Maybe if you had a horrific breakup, it's the first time you go online or wherever people, I mean, we're in a difficult time at the moment, so I don't know whatever is safe for you to be doing. Let's just say it's the first stirrings of thinking, yeah, you know, that person's not bad, or I don't, you know, I can, or they're looking at you and thinking, you've got an admirer. For some of you, that very kind of freedom to look around at your options, like if you're involved in a situationship and the person isn't giving you what you want and you start thinking, right then, I'm going to look elsewhere. The other person, either your ex or whoever is sort of in the background, whoever is knocking around in the past for whatever reason they're in the past, you're in separation or they're an ex or they're just not giving you what you want, that person starts to wake up. And it's either because you met someone new, or you thought about meeting someone new, or you just turned on the switch that says, why not have a look? You know, why not be open to opportunity? Because next to new love, I've got free yourself. Now, if this is resonating with you in terms of career, in terms of what you do for a living, in terms of what you love, again, if you're working for a company, let's say, you've got a day job that you've kind of fallen out of love with and you're just starting to think to yourself, maybe I could do a side hustle. Maybe I could do something else on the side. The 2 of Pentacles. And by the way, you might have been drawn to number 1 as well, number 2. I know, because there's things about the 2 of Pentacles in there. So you may be thinking to yourself, just maybe, it's just maybes, okay? But for the first time, you're getting the freedom in October. Something about Mercury retrograde. So that's from the 14th for about 3.5 weeks, but it kind of kicks in towards the beginning of October. And the full moons, where we have a full moon in Aries, which is quite an explosive, fiery full moon. And then we have one in Taurus on Halloween. That full moon in Aries, if you've been lacking the fire and the fight to get off your backside and say, right then, you know, if this person isn't going to show up for me, I'm showing up for myself. Or if if this job doesn't interest me, or if you don't appreciate me, I'm showing up for myself. I'm going to do my hobby. I'm going to do my side hustle. I'm going to do my CV. I'm going to look elsewhere. That energy is really good for you. And it's something that you have perhaps been struggling with. So the El Goliath shadow cards, you get the 9 of Cups. I mean, look at it. All you do is start opening your bill and the fish just drop in. I love it. That's a Pisces. Oh, that's so good. The contented pelican. You can be the contented pelican, number 2, okay? I'm not joking. This is nice energy. When you give up on somebody, right, if it's romantic, you give up on it, not maybe spitefully, you just say, do you know what, this isn't really happening for me. You know, I'm not getting what I want from this. You don't even have to say it to them. You just feel it yourself and you start thinking, I'm going to open up my other options, and bingo, love comes in, okay? If you are confused, actually, because it's made me just feel confused then. If you're confused about your job, if you're confused about how you earn money, if you've been feeling that Sunday night feeling, if you don't like the 9 to 5, if you want to get off whatever this kind of gravy train is that you're on, it's the same energy. And as soon as you do that, we've got this Knight of Cups here. Love this. This is gorgeous. The brother of the wild. Fortune favours the brave. Number 2, fortune favours you. Now, wisdom of the hidden realms, you get the Desert Prince, survival and false promises. There have been false promises with either a relationship, a working relationship, your relationship with what you're doing for a living, or your relationship with someone else. There's been a desert, okay? You've been living in a desert and you're thirsty, okay? No more. You're just like, I don't want to be thirsty. I don't want to be craving your attention. I don't want to be craving appreciation at work. What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, stuff it. Free yourself. I'm going to free myself. I'm going to take back control of my life. And by gum, does it work for you, number 2? The animal spirit card you get is the butterfly. Emerging. Now, I would say the card that's missing off the table, and sometimes there's a card missing off the table, is the death card. Transformation. Not yet, okay? That's in the time of Scorpio. So this is October. And what happens in October, because Mercury's retrograde, sets you up for when the sun moves into Scorpio. My astrology dates are terrible, but I think it's the 22nd-ish of October, okay? And then we start moving more out of Mercury retrograde in mid-November, and we've got an eclipse at the end of November, and I feel like that's when it starts to really pop for you. But don't worry about that. That's for future you to worry about, okay? It's my future you mime. Let's just recap. Anything that's been withheld from you, anyone that's been withholding from you in love or in your career, or probably both for some of you, you finally want to open your bill and get the fish to jump in, okay? You're not chasing the fish anymore. You're big enough just to open... Maybe this metaphor's got a bit out of hand. In other words, they're going to come to you. You free yourself from the notion of scarcity. You don't need to be thirsty anymore, number 2, okay? You're a tall glass of water yourself. I better get off before I start making other terrible metaphors. Do check out your October readings in the description box for your own personal star sign. And do like, share and subscribe. And I love your reading, okay? I'll see you soon. Namaste. You chose number 3. Okay. If you can hear gurgling, it's my Sloth hot water bottle. It's quite cold in here today. What do we need to... Oof, gosh. Okay, this is a big one. As the actress said to the bishop. What do we need to know? Oh my God, that's nice. What do we need? Oh. Okay. Number 3, number 3, number 3. Do check out as well your October reading for your particular star sign. Those are out and they're in the description box, and they're pretty full of beans actually this month, because we've got 2 full moons and a Mercury retrograde sandwiched in the middle. OMG. Wow. Whoa. You got 4 out of 5 major arcana cards here. It's a big month for you. October, when I was doing the readings for each star sign this month, October, as I did each one, I'd be like, oh wow, okay, this is a big month for you. And then I go on to the next sign, I'd be like, wow, okay, this is a big month for you. By the time I did all 12, I realised it's a big month for everybody, okay? We have got a full moon in Aries at the beginning. We've got a full moon on Halloween at the end. Mercury retrograde on the 14th. And a new moon in Libra in the middle, about the 15th or the 16th or something like that. It's a big deal for you. You may have found it hard to choose whether you were wanting 1, 2 or 3. And yeah, you might listen to more than one. I'm not fussy about that, actually. You know, see how you feel. Okay. Where to begin? There's a big turn in destiny for you in October, okay? We've got the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a 10. It's a destiny card. It's spiritual big jobs. It's a big turn. Things change. They look up. They become fairer. For some of you that are dealing with perhaps a legal matter or something with some kind of authorities or some kind of argument that you've had with somebody, maybe a family member or something that's going on that's just anything to do with injustice, justice, because Mercury's retrograde, I'm not going to say that you're going to get a definitive answer, okay, because you never do. And if you do get a definitive answer when Mercury's retrograde, it's never definitive, it always gets changed. But there's a shift, okay? There is a big shift. Next to the Wheel of Fortune, we've got Justice. This is Libran energy. We've got that new moon in Libra coming in the middle of the month. I'm just going to check that, because honestly, I say stuff like that and then there isn't. Yeah, 16th, new moon in Libra. That's very important for you for manifesting, particularly if it's to do with love. So have a look at new moon manifesting rituals, because there's a lot of luck for you. There's a lot of Wheel of Fortune for you around that time. The new moon is a time to sow your seeds, okay? Don't expect results in October. You won't get results in October, but you kind of do as well. When Mercury is retrograde, it's like something is on and off at the same time. A certain kind of quantum duality comes into it, okay? So don't get hung up on wanting straightforward answers. You're not going to get them like that, but you are going to get feelings, messages, mixed messages, all kinds of shenanigans that's going to let you know that, like dropping little things in the woods for you to follow, okay? The universe is putting out little things in the woods for you to follow. I like this for you, I have to say. If you've got any Libra in your chart, or if you're dealing with a Libra, Scorpio or a Leo, or you are one, this is particularly potent energy, okay? Things are changing for you completely, and it strengthens you. So you've got the Wheel of Fortune, Justice and Strength. Look at that. Leo energy. Strength is self-mastery. This makes you feel stronger. For those of you looking at manifesting a soulmate, okay, do it around that time of the new moon. Sow it, baby. Believe it, picture it, make your list, do your vision board. I don't care what you do, just find whatever resonates with you and go for it, because this is nice energy, okay? Similarly to number 1, but you've also got similarities here to number 2, I have to say. You've got the 9 of Wands as your shadow card. So I would ask yourself the question in October, the darkness before dawn, I would ask yourself the question with the 9 of Wands, how am I shielded against my own good fortune? Wheel of Fortune, Justice, Strength, wowzers, okay? You have the 8 of Swords, which again is limiting mental beliefs, okay? This is just about what you believe you are allowed, what you believe you are lucky enough for, what you believe you can have. The universe hits the accelerator in October. You might not even feel it, okay? You're going to have to trust it. God, this is great. Wheel of Fortune, Justice, Strength, and then the Death card. Transformation. Transformation. Scorpio energy, okay? God, I love it. Okay, this is powerful. Spiritual big jobs. Get ready. But at the same time, I wouldn't say you had to do an awful lot. Romance Angel Oracle card, you get retreat. Time to disconnect from the rest of the world. And you also get calling in your soulmate. This is very, very powerful for me. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. You know how when you do that and you're calling in a soulmate and you do that list and you just hate yourself when you're writing the list and you think, I can never have this, I hate doing this, but I'm going to do it because I want it. Try and get into the energy of, find something you enjoy, okay? If it's pictures, do pictures of your ideal romantic scenario, whether you've got this person in your life already or not, okay? Picture it how you want it, and then either stick the pictures on a vision board, or you can get apps where you do a vision board, or maybe you do it in terms of writing a letter to the universe at the time of the new moon in Libra, or millions. I mean, you can look up different people. For manifesting, I like Agnes Vivarelli, Agnes Vivarelli, something like that. I like Manifesting with Jasmine, she's good too. These are just the people that I've watched a bit. And I can't remember the name of the other one that I really like, but there's loads on YouTube. You can find different methods. It's really important that it's colourful to you, that it's fun to you, and that it resonates with you, okay? Because you also have, as your other shadow card, this is so gorgeous, the Page of Cups, the Sister of Roses. So you may have a connection with roses or butterflies for this. This is beautiful, okay? I like the antlers, that's the divine masculine as well. It's the beginning, it's the blossoming of something. It is not the fruition, okay? You don't get it in October. No one gets anything like handed to them in October. October is like a cauldron where everything starts to brew, okay? Everything in between, sandwiched in between these two full moons, is potent and magical and volatile and up and down. And your only job, because you've got so much Libra in this, is to believe in the justice, to find balance, because the Angel Oracle card you get is balance. And also you get the web weaver, synchronicity, divine intelligence, cause and effect. A web is being woven for you in October. Be at the center. It's like with the Wheel of Fortune. You need to be at the hub of the wheel. You don't control how it goes round. You can't control when the thread is cut. You can't control which thread you get, but you can be at the hub of the wheel. You can be willing to be spun, okay? Spin the wheel in October. Manifest. Most importantly, look up the new moon in Libra and work with it, okay? Definitely check out your October readings in the description box. Do like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.